Hey guys, and welcome to a video. So, I got this still frame from this video and I thought it'd just be good to use this when I'm talking. So that's what we're gonna do. So the first thing that pops off this video from Amberlynn Reed is this thing right here.
Lena XX575 said, "How do you even masturbate? You can't even reach there." Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you in my bed with me? I absolutely can. Trust that.
And I just want to say that there is no possible physical way herself is doing this. Now, if she has an object, I can for sure see this working out for her. If she has one of those pointers that you point at stuff for kids, I can get that one. Or maybe like the picker upper things. I don't know what they're actually called, the stick things, I guess. Little things you pick up trash with, or like if you can't reach the shelf, it's advertised like that. Maybe one of those that can help her 100%. I don't think anything else could help her reach there. Maybe like the end of a broom, a mop, maybe one of those things. But I can't physically imagine her doing it with her hand. Now, is that a weird concept? I don't think so. I think a lot of people, that's why this was asked, I'm pretty sure, in the first place. But I don't think people can imagine that. One, I don't think a lot of people want to imagine that. Two, well, in her mind, probably people do want to imagine that. But I don't think it's physically possible for her alone. Objects to help her, 100%. Unless she's doing some acrobatics we don't know and she's actually really pretty flexible. I doubt that. But yeah, that's... yeah, I don't think so.
Do you ever get tired of talking about yourself constantly? Have you ever considered a hobby outside obsessing about yourself? I do. I get so tired of talking about myself.
If you get so tired about talking to yourself and like your videos and whatnot, you can always stir the video somewhere else. You don't have to talk about yourself per se. You can do those hobbies that you like. I know there's people out there, her supporters, really do want her to like, do a live stream of her doing a Lego build, or when she used to do those little crazy like little art things with the scratchers. I don't know what they're exactly called. I know like kids, you like would like fan it like, oh, let me scratch away. But I think if you don't have to talk about yourself during that, you honestly can just like build the Lego. Like if you do it for a video, you could do like a speed with like some copy-free music, or you can be a little creative girl and do the music yourself, do whatever you want. For a live stream idea, you definitely don't have to talk about yourself. You can always just ignore the chat unless you see something you want to talk about when you're building the Lego or when you're drawing. You also could do a journal with me. You don't have to show, you don't have to show what you're writing, but like your setup, if you have any like stickers you want to use or stuff like that. Just a little bit of ideas. You don't have to talk about as yourself. You can always talk about the hobbies you are currently doing, because she does fixate a lot on hobbies throughout the years, as you can tell. I haven't been in girl world that much, but I've been like dabbling here and there. I dabbled a lot in 2020 because the pandy happened and everyone was just more out their mind. But I haven't really kept up until now because a lot of things are unfolding, and I've been watching a lot of people, and it comes up because I work from home now, so I have a lot of access just to do whatever I want to do, basically. But yeah, if you don't want to talk about yourself, I highly suggest you just putting your hobbies in the video as you've done before, but not talking per se about yourself. You can always do like a topic. I don't know if you're into like any shows or movies or like true crime, or just like a news thing you saw. Not political. Please don't be political, Amberlynn. We don't need that in our life. What you saw, like or like a cute video you saw, putting it up, crediting the person, doing that stuff. The thing you don't honestly have to talk about yourself. It's not that hard not to talk about yourself, as what I'm doing right now. I'm not really talking about myself, I'm talking about Amberlynn. Just an example there. So the clip I'm about to play for you is later in Amberlynn's video. So just to point out, this is later in Amberlynn's video. So I skipped a little bit. I actually skipped a lot because it's just a nothing burger, to be honest. So this clip I'm about to show you is her answering a question.
Why do you think all of your relationships end up failing? I'm only going to speak on my side of things, definitely because I don't know how to regulate. I get too extreme, too attached, too obsessed, for a lack of a better word. I'm extremely sensitive, and I have had controlling habits in the past.
So her owning up to that, one, not shocking because she wants to give something out there, but two is because I'm pretty sure everyone's just like coming out with all the stuff they're doing, and she wants to keep it low key enough so where she doesn't get painted as the person who's definitely the problem. She's just putting out the characteristics of what she does in a relationship that's the flaws of her and the relationship that she ever has in the past, now, or future. Even though she says she's going to be single forever, I don't think that's true. Amberlynn's pretty quick to go in relationships. Now, this next part is actually in the beginning, closer to the beginning of the video that I'm going to play right now, and we can just discuss that also, and we can see where the hit, like, little different is, you know?
Why do you not think you are the problem in every failed relationship you've had? I'm fully aware that I am the problem in some. I am not the problem in all. And where I am the problem, I have admitted to that ad nauseum. I just think that people villainize me so much that they're not able to see that there's also other people in the equation who also are a problem.
Okay, so with this is actually part of the early part of the video when she answering questions. So this right here, if you know you're the problem in some, let's just say some relationships, not all of relationships, I don't know, you know, pre-YouTube, whatever, that's not recorded, unfilmed. My thing is, you just said later in the video that you're obsessive, controlling, all these things, and that leads down to a failed relationship. And now you're saying, let's rewind a little bit, now you're saying, so when you are the problem, you have admitted to that. So are you going to admit that you're the problem with you and Becky's relationship? Are you going to admit that you were controlling her, manipulating her, that you were making sure she was isolated? Because that's a big factor. She really does isolate all her girlfriends to just being her because she needs so much help. And I wish she would just get a caregiver because she has the money to do that and her life would be so much easier for herself. But she makes her girlfriends into her caregiver, into this mindset they have to be isolated. They're broken from their friends, their families. She uses them for content. They're not getting really much money out of this. It's only Amberlynn, which is crazy to me. Crazy. But the isolation is a huge part that I don't think much people are talking about. Is what I don't see. I only watch a few reaction channels because they're entertaining and I have to be entertained to watch them. But I'm just saying, the isolation is crazy because with isolation, you're very much heavily reliant on your partner for everything. Affection, emotional support, physical support. You know, you're there for the financial support. Once you start getting isolated, your needs go less and less from like your friends and your family and their well-being and your well-being to just your partner's well-being. And it's a very scary thing to do. I'm so glad that Beck got out of that because I know for Beck being isolated, you can really see the difference in the videos when you're watching it. And the fact that Amberlynn is not owning up to being selfish, controlling, obsessed with everything that Beck was doing is crazy because if she wants to admit it, which she admits that she's all those things, she should admit that she was wrong in the relationship with Beck.
Hi Amberlynn, I'm messaging from Scotland in the UK.
Wow.
And my question is, why do you think everyone believes everything that Beck has to say? Because I don't believe any of it. I believe you.
Oh my god, the tea. Damn, girl. It's just easier. It's just more fun. It's more entertainment. People want to see me in a bad light. So in any way that they can do that, they're going to do that. And that includes believing anyone that comes out against me, even if it's hogwash. And honestly, I feel like sometimes people don't even believe Beck, but they just say they do just to continue the narrative that Amberlynn is the most awful person in the whole entire world.
This hogwash word needs to be discontinued out of everyone's vocabulary, especially hers. But I don't think that it's everyone's, you know, blindly believing Beck. It's more the fact that the receipts and everything happening and unfolding is what is making what everyone wants to believe Beck. Now, will Amberlynn have supporters like the one that just sent in that voice memo? Yes. Will people still believe Amberlynn, the supporters of the Deluluness? Yes. Now, people who are in the real world and not delusional part currently, we'll see that when Beck and Destiny did their video and their live streams, um, it was eye opening to a lot because Destiny and Beck were sharing an experience with Amberlynn. The common denominator here is Amberlynn. Common denominator is Amberlynn. Crazy, right? Not really though. But it's insane that we're not just blindly agreeing with Beck. We are agreeing with Beck because of all the stuff that has been coming out slowly that Beck has finally been comfortable enough to share with everyone. And when one person comes forward, everyone else comes forward. So Beck came forward, Destiny's coming forward, Tommy is coming forward in Instagram DMs. There's a pattern. Can't blame anyone for for us. You can't blame us for listening to Beck, Destiny, and Tommy blindly. We're not blindly believing Beck. We're believing Beck after everything that was shown, and multiple people are stepping up that were your ex that are coming through and proving that you did the same thing to them. Anyone who watched this, thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. I hope to see you in the next one. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good evening. Bye.